Strange and terrible creatures fill fairy tales, horror stories, and fiction within the paranormal world. Imagining impossible creatures that live among us, but that are never seen, has forever been part of popular culture. The chupacabra, the rake, the yeti, etc. Lots of so-called monsters that exist on the outskirts, but that few have actually seen. All that were parts of simple legends, until now that I have compiled from my email the most surprising videos where it is assured impossible creatures were recorded. Join me today so that together we can analyze footage that will be hard to explain. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 5 mysterious and strange creatures caught on camera. Part 2. Much of the videos that you're about to see below were sent by my audience. If you know or have similar videos that you would like for me to see, do not hesitate to send them as a message to my official Facebook. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. We begin immediately with an amazing clip. Since I saw it, I knew right away that I should analyze it with you. You see, fairies are creatures that in general are closely linked to our childhood. Seemingly defenseless creatures that in some cultures even fulfill wishes. Yet these were just stories, sentences written in fairy tales. However, for Jimena, one of our subscribers, these creatures are more real than anyone could imagine. She claims that the video she sent me is reliable proof that they really exist. Pay attention to the context of this video, since the fairy was recorded by accident. The original owner of this video never noticed it.
¿Qué piensa mi oveja? ¿Acaso yo todavía voy a llevar su comida? Tiene que llevar el mismo, tienes que arriesgar si quieres comer.
Did you see it? Let me say that this is far from being a simple insect. This, ladies and gentlemen, seems to have a head, a humanoid torso, arms and legs similar to ours. Can you notice it? Could it be? Have we witnessed a creature taken from a fantasy world? Well, many times fantasies are inspired by things from real life. And maybe this is one of those things. Number 4. The following recording was made by a man who one night, along with a friend, carried out guard duties in a retail store near a school. It was around 2 in the morning when in his second nightly round he began to hear strange sounds coming from outside. As he approached, he clearly saw the silhouette of a child in the distance. Immediately he took out his cell phone to start recording. He never imagined what his camera would capture just on the other side of the access gate. Observe. Despite the fact that the image is not of good quality, you can distinguish a small being with a humanoid shape prowling around the enclosure. A whitish-looking creature that, as you could see, caused the man to flee and warn his friend. The most incredible thing of all was that in subsequent statements, the man affirmed that a few years ago, a woman and her son died just outside the establishment due to an unfortunate traffic accident. Could it be the spirit of that little boy that the camera lens captured? Or maybe it really is a creature. Number 3. All of us, to a greater or lesser extent, carry inside that adventurous spirit that motivates us to leave our comfort zone, to travel and explore places that involve a risk. What could cause it? Our sense of curiosity motivates us in those moments. Exactly that momentum was what pushed a couple of friends who had the courage to explore a huge cave located in a secluded area. They had already entered it before, but this was the first time they had gone so far in. So they wanted to immortalize their experience by recording their achievement with one of their cameras. However, their journey ended abruptly when, in the middle of the darkness, they both witnessed the incomprehensible. One of them said that although in the image only 3 moving white points are distinguished, he assures that it had a head with a strange shape and that those points corresponded to the brightness of the 3 eyes that this being had. Look at the dimensions. Look at the separation of their eyes. This is not an insect. This being, whatever it is big. What do you think it is? Leave your hypothesis in the comment box. Number 2. We find a case that for more than 1 month has been the subject of conversation on various social platforms. Photos that do not give credit to the incredible images that began to circulate around the web. Please tell me what you would do in the middle of the night while walking alone, and suddenly you come across something like that. How would you react if that creature stared at you with those mesmerizing and disturbing eyes? Because that was the fear that was felt in India when different media released the news that this creature had reached this area after the passage of Cyclone Yas in the town of Darbhanga. In fact, in the news, they stated that the creature had even shocked NASA, assuring that this being could be a serious danger to Earth. However, after several weeks of collective catharsis that provoked the mere idea of encountering this creature, the information came out that this image corresponded to an artistic sculpture made of silicone, a unique work of art that, due to its level of detail and realism, is highly valued by collectors. As soon as I found out about this case, a similar one that we saw on this channel quickly came to mind. Do you remember this image? It was this creature that also caused chaos in various rural areas near New Delhi, a sinister being that, like this one, also ended up being an artistic representation. Examples like these should make us think about the real scope that social networks can have, which disclose cases without proving their veracity. But here we are to analyze and deny them when it is necessary. Let's go for video number 1. Which, unlike this sculpture, is very real. We conclude this video with a disturbing footage found by Jefferson, one of our subscribers, who, browsing the web, found a strange clip recorded in what appears to be a banana plantation. I ask you to carefully look at the area delimited by the circle and tell me what you see. The first impression is that it is a bipedal creature. Using my logical denial, the first thing that comes to mind is a bird, because you can see how it moves upright, but does it really walk like a bird? In his email, our subscriber assures that it is an alien, or perhaps a goblin. Write in the comment box what you think this and the previous creatures are. Will they have a logical explanation? Or will they be true evidence that there is still much to discover on this planet? Strange things that perhaps one day will have an explanation. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret